guys, so this video is going to be my breastfeeding update. I haven't done a breastfeeding update in a while, so I figured this is the perfect time to do it because I'm kind of on my way out with breastfeeding Paxton. And if you don't know Paxton, that's my first son. He is 15 months old and I am pregnant with our second baby. We don't know what the gender is yet. I'm 13 weeks and like 2 days, so I'm almost in the second trimester, and you know, I'm only gonna get bigger, and I don't know, I think I'm almost ready to wean Paxton. My goal was to make it to a year. I didn't really have like a time where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stop. I feel like you more have days where you're like, oh my gosh, my boobs are killing me, like I can't do this anymore. Like today will be the last day, like tomorrow I'm starting to wean. But then the next day you're like, oh, I love nursing, so you continue. I feel like that's totally like my relationship with breastfeeding right now. It's like, I love it. I never like hate it, but I like love it. And it's like, I don't want to stop because I'm enjoying this time with just Paxton. I know that soon it's not going to be just him. It's going to be another baby. And I've gotten questions on, am I going to tandem nurse? I think for myself, I am planning on not doing that. Only because I feel like it's gonna be really hard for me to wean Paxton if I want to when the new baby comes, because I'll feel really guilty and I will feel really bad to like wean him and not, you know, and obviously not the baby. And I don't want him to feel at all that like, you know, all right, the new baby's here, you're not my baby anymore, and move aside. Basically, when you have a new baby, your other child, their whole life is about to change, and they feel like they're basically getting cheated on. Like imagine your husband seeing you all of a sudden one day with another woman. That's basically what it will feel like to him, and I don't want him to feel at all that, you know, this baby's more important. And I want to make sure I do things like special with him and I still bond with him in different ways. But I think that it'll just be easier for us, well, me really, to wean him before I give birth, and you know, make sure he's just like well adjusted to not nursing before the baby comes, if that makes sense. Leave a comment down below. Did you tandem nurse and think that it was more difficult to wean because you felt that you didn't want your first child to feel kind of like abandoned by you? If that makes sense, I hope I'm making sense, but I hope you guys get what I'm like trying to say. But I don't know, that's like my biggest fear, and I just don't think I could go that long with nursing him and feeling uncomfortable. And if you watch my daily vlogs, you know that I had severe morning sickness with Paxton. It's not as bad with this pregnancy, but I definitely think that nursing is making it worse, because every time I nurse, I want to get sick like 20 minutes later. And my son has been sick this past week, so even though it makes me feel sick, I want to make sure he's staying hydrated, so I'm nursing him whenever he wants to. And it's just taking a toll on me, and you know, I want to make sure I have enough energy for him and the baby that I'm pregnant with. If I could set a goal, I guess I would say 1.5 years. I think at 1.5 years, maybe I will completely stop. Right now, with him being sick, right now I went from previously I weaned him for now he was drinking just whole milk throughout the day during the week while I'm at work, and in the morning I would nurse him, and then before he goes to bed I would nurse him, and he would have whole milk throughout the day. And then on the weekends I kind of just nursed him whenever he wanted, because I was home, and it was like kind of like a comfort thing for both of us and like a bonding thing. But then I started to try to just not do that on the weekends and just give him a cup of milk during his scheduled times and everything. I feel like just a couple weeks ago when my sickness started to pick up, that's when I kind of just gave in and started nursing him a bunch right before that, and I feel like that made my morning sickness like even worse. I thought that it would help it because I read a lot of people that it have helped. Maybe it's helping, I don't know, but I really think it's making me more sick now at this point. I'm happy that I'm not as sick as I was, but I am still getting sick, and I just pray that this is not the pregnancy where it's like the whole entire time like it was with Paxton. With Paxton, I was on Zofran, threw up until I delivered. During delivery, I was hooked up with Zofran because I was getting sick. I think I'm just going to be ready to wean him around 1.5 years. I just really want to wean him before I give birth. That's my main goal, is to like make sure he's completely weaned before I give birth. Not like the week before, you know, maybe like a month or 2 before, where he's like completely weaned. He will be 1.5 years in 2 months, so I will be 5 months pregnant. I feel like that'll be a good time. I'll definitely be bigger and it'll be more uncomfortable to nurse him. I'd have to side nurse him, which I'm not big breasted, okay? I don't have much to like lean over and like plop down. It's basically like my chest. So it's kind of difficult. Even right now, like side nursing is not, like I can do it, but it's not the most comfortable thing ever. Maybe if I had bigger boobs, it would be a little bit easier, but I don't. I'm trying to think if there's any questions. Have I enjoyed nursing? Absolutely. I feel like that nursing has been such a bonding experience for us, and it's just so like special and it's emotional. I don't even really want to think about it. But yeah, I feel like it's this thing that you do with your child that it's only gonna last a short while, and once you know you wean them, they're done. And I don't know, you can just tell how comfortable he is when he's nursing and how comforted that makes him feel, and it makes you feel good that you can provide that for your child and make them feel safe. And you know, when he falls and he like signs milk, you know, he just like, he wants that comfort, and it feels really good to know that I can do that for him. So it's gonna be emotional when, you know, he signs it to me. I'm gonna cry. I didn't think I would cry during this video. But yeah, I think it'll be emotional when he signs it to me and says like, milk, we don't do milk anymore, here's your cup. Especially for like nighttime. I definitely plan on getting rid of the daytime fully once I go back to work, like fully getting rid of that and just doing the cups, and then I will get rid of the morning one, and then the last one I will get rid of is the nighttime one, because that's like a really special time. Like after bath, I don't nurse him to sleep or rock him to sleep. He goes to sleep on his own, but I definitely, you know, read him a story, nurse him, and I say night night, love you, and put him to bed. And that's just like his nighttime routine. My main goal right now is to go back to where we were with not nursing during the day. I'm on Christmas break. We go back to work tomorrow, so hopefully that will be just going back to into the routine of back to his whole milk cup during the day, during his scheduled time, and then nursing morning and night. And then once I feel like we're getting close to wanting to wean, then I will get rid of the morning one, and then before the baby comes, a couple months before the baby comes, then I will stop the nighttime weaning. Morning wean will definitely be when he reaches 1.5 years, and then maybe like 2 months later I will wean the nighttime one. I mean, things can change definitely with my emotions and stuff, but I want to say that's my goal. But I've totally enjoyed nursing so much with Paxton. If you watch my breastfeeding experience in the beginning, you know with him, you know, it was a struggle. I used a nipple shield for a month, and with that I would nurse him with the shield on when he was hungry, and then when I knew he was full, I'd take it off and I'd practice latching him, unlatching him, latching him, unlatching him, because he had like a slightly tight frenulum. When he was a month old, it's like his jaw moved forward a little bit, and with the practicing and stuff, he just like clicked, and one day he could do it, and I only needed it at night when I was really engorged, and then eventually he didn't even need that, where he could just latch perfectly. And it's so crazy to think that my breastfeeding story has been from that to where we are now. So I'm really happy with being able to breastfeed for as long as I am. I know so many people want to breastfeed so badly and they just can't. So I'm just so blessed that I was able to do that, and it's just such a emotional bond that you get to have with your child. But pumping, I did not miss pumping. When I eventually got rid of the daytime feedings, that was like a huge relief, because I pump 3 times a day at work. It was just not fun doing all that, cleaning all the parts, sanitizing everything. Ugh. So that I don't miss. But yeah, I'm really happy that even having to do that, I stuck it out and I just continued to do it. When my supply went completely down, where I was able to pump like nothing, I made sure I drank a ton of water, took fenugreek, oatmeal, like ate oatmeal. I did so many things to get my supply back up, and I was able to. I think that happened like 2 or 3 times where my supply like dipped really far down. And I don't know, I'm just really proud of myself, and I'm really proud of Paxton, coming from, you know, not being able to latch to being able to latch fine. I'm really happy with what we've accomplished. And a lot of people have asked, am I going to nurse the next baby as long as I did with Paxton? Definitely, I plan to definitely nurse until a year, and then if I feel like I want to nurse longer, then I will. So it's still, you know, just how I feel, and I'm hoping that this baby will be able to latch right away and not even need the shield, because that was stressful in itself, remembering to grab the shield, and it's clear, and it's so annoying to try to like position that thing under a nursing cover out in public and then put him on. So I was so happy once that was gone, and I pray that the second baby does not need that. But I hope you guys liked this video. I hope it was helpful, and that's kind of just what my breastfeeding experience has been like lately, and my plans, and when we kind of plan on stopping. But alright, you guys, I hope you guys liked the video. Thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already for my daily vlogs, which you should be subscribed to. And I will see you guys later. Bye! 11:30, Pax is taking a nap.